Okay, this is Orlando Wilson, and in this video I want to answer a question somebody sent me about restaurants and where to sit in restaurants, etc, etc. Basic bodyguard stuff. On the courses we run, when we're running them, we talk about restaurants, seating in restaurants, etiquette for restaurants, etc, because if you're working with clients, they're going to have to eat sometimes, be it in five-star restaurants, be it in fast food places, street food places, etc, etc. So you need to understand a little bit about the etiquette and a little bit of tactics, if we can call it that, for working in restaurants. Now, one big myth, one big misconception, and I'm sure everybody's heard it, is when you go into a restaurant, you sit with your back to the wall, you watch the doors, etc, etc, etc. You know what, that's cool, but when people start talking that stuff to me, when I hear that stuff these days, it's like, okay, another Walter Mitty has been watching too many YouTube videos by tactical influencers that have no fucking clue about reality. One of the issues, especially with top restaurants, is getting seating. If we're talking about top rated restaurants and popular restaurants where clients might want to go, you have to get the seating, you have to reserve the seating, and a lot of places can be reserved months in advance. So unless you know somebody at the restaurant, you're not going to get a decent seat. Are you going to be able to go in and pick and choose and say, I want this, I want that, no, forget it. Only once, and this was in Eastern Europe in the 90s, have I been with somebody and we went into a restaurant and they chose what table they wanted, and the people at the table got up and moved tables for this person. I'm sure those people that moved, they had their dinner paid for, and if they wanted extra drinks, I'm sure they got everything they wanted on the people I was with. But again, they were very influential people. These days, most people, you're not going to have that much influence. Basics for restaurants: always try and do in advance. I'm generally working, if I'm with clients, I'm out in advance. So if I know the clients, we're going to be going eating places, etc, I'll scout out in the area a few restaurants, go take a look and see if they're okay. I don't go these days, I don't go that much into detail on things. If necessary, if again, you have to work to the threat level, you have to work to the client's requirements, etc. Where time allows, where budget allows, yeah, go to the restaurant, check out the restaurant, etc. Speak to the staff, go have a drink, etc. before you make any reservations. When you go and speak to the staff, always this is where etiquette comes in, be nice, be polite, etc. Now, a lot of restaurants, if they don't think you're going to spend much money, they're not going to give you a decent table. So make it clear, if you're traveling with a client, understand the client's budget and what they're going to be spending. If they're going to a restaurant, they're going to be spending money, let the restaurant know, okay, a group's coming, they're going to spend X, most probably X amount. That way it helps you to get a good table. When you make a reservation, if you go in advance and you can choose a decent table, okay, you might want a tactical table. You might want one that screams, this is the best security location, it's at the back, we're near the exits, what the security books say. But you know what? If there's entertainment involved, the chances are the client's going to want to be at the front to see the entertainment. If the restaurant has a nice view, the clients are not going to want to be sat in the back near the fire escape. They're going to want to be sat on the balcony enjoying the view. So all your tactical stuff's going to go out the window. This is where, to me, the seating in restaurants, generally the security side of things goes out the window if the client is not cooperative. What you can do then is, all you can do then, generally if we're working two people, one person will stay in the restaurant with the client and another person is doing protective surveillance or covering the exterior of the restaurant. I'm not going to go too much into our tactics on this, because if you want to know, read the books and do the courses, our courses. If the clients have regular restaurants, if they're going to places all the time, this can be a problem because they're setting a pattern. And numerous hits, numerous assassinations, numerous attacks occur when people are going to regular places because they can be predicted. So if the client has a regular location they like to go, be it a restaurant, be it a fast food joint, be it a sports bar, be it a coffee shop, then you need to be especially careful. This is where you should understand the location. You should have your evacuation points worked out, etc., etc. You should know the surveillance points, you should know the choke points, and you should be constantly looking for anything that's out of the ordinary. It also helps always to have a good rapport with the staff. This is where, when you're dealing with restaurant staff, same as restaurant staff, hotel staff, if you go in being an arrogant asshole, the tough guy, chances are you're not going to get too much help from him. If you go in, be nice, polite, and where services are provided, you tip, you pay, you look after people, then those people can help you. And this can be part of your security program, where if they know you're working with somebody, if they know you're a personal assistant, etc., etc., and you can say to them, you know what, if you see anything out suspicious, just give me a shout, give them a phone number, give them $10, and any problems, anything out the ordinary, give me a shout and we'll have a conversation and I'll give you another $10. This is where you have to have, how can we put it, the social skills. You need to be able to understand people, you need to be able to deal with people. It's not about being a tough guy, it's about having a good rapport with people, because those members of staff, the waiters, the baristas, etc., can be part of your security network, because you look after them, they'll look after you, and they'll keep their eyes open for you. Just my thoughts on restaurants. It can be a in-depth topic, but the main thing is you need to understand, can I put it, you need to understand the ground with everything. To me, same as being in the military, fieldcraft, etc., understanding the ground, cover, concealment, choke points, exit points, surveillance positions, etc., counter surveillance positions. The same thing applies to the close protection world. So you need to understand the ground, and you need to be constantly looking for anything suspicious, people acting suspicious, etc., etc. But again, the problems can occur where people know where you're going, where you're going to be, etc. So to me, secrecy, counter surveillance, security awareness, etc., is back to the basics. But as far as the seating in restaurants, where's the best place, you know what, you can choose the best place, the most secure place in the restaurant, and the clients will generally say, nope, we want to sit somewhere else because we want a better view, we want this, we want that, we want something else. So this is where you have to be flexible in your security plan, and as I said, you need to understand how to adapt to the situation. And again, as far as the tough guy, back to the wall, watching the doors, etc., you know what, best of luck to you. But I'd be more cautious and more suspicious of the people sat near the doors, being over observant, ready to leave very, very quickly. To me, they're the wise people, not the people with their back to the walls being over observant and drawing attention to themselves. Anyway, just my opinion on what can be a very detailed topic, and I don't have time to go into details here. Anyway, in the meantime, be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and we have an array of books. I have an array of books up on Amazon that talk about various aspects of the close protection, security business, etc., including meetings and restaurants. There's articles up on my blog, Truth Only Has a Few Friends, that talk about high-risk meetings, etc., and that's relevant to restaurant drills. In the meantime, follow me along. I like LinkedIn these days, and we're up on X. We have stuff up on Instagram and YouTube, but they're more backup channels than anything else. We're not too keen on them. They're a little bit too woke for us. So in the meantime, be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and if you've got any relevant questions, feel free to reach out.